Hi everybody, Jennifer here. Just wanted to share an update. Today is exactly 3 weeks out from my revision from RNY to duodenal switch. I just wanted to share an update. I haven't shared a video in a couple weeks. So I'm still recovering. My revision, a revision is a little bit more complicated than the traditional duodenal switch, so I guess that's why, but I'm still pretty sore. It was an open procedure, so I'm still definitely recovering. This is why I look like a little bit of a mess when I post these videos, but I can't wait until I'm feeling better because then too much time will have gone by. So at 3 weeks out, I am down 28 pounds, so I'm very happy about that. My surgery weight was 298, and today I'm 270. Before, with my RNY procedure, I lost approximately 100 pounds and kept it off. So my highest weight was 396, 13 years ago. So feeling good about that. With my procedure, my surgeon puts in a feeding tube into like my abdomen, so I still have that in, and that's a little bit uncomfortable. It's not major, but it just kind of like irritates the skin, and so that's there for 3 more weeks. So that's kind of the biggest source of my discomfort. My abs are a little bit tender and sore, but they're really close to being recovered, so that's good. Definitely getting around more and more each day. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm still off of work and home, which is good. Before the surgery, I thought for sure after a couple weeks I'd be recovered and I'd want to get back to work. Boy, was I wrong. So at 3 weeks out, I'm still pretty sore and definitely do not have the energy and stamina that I'm used to. But mentally, I am very sick and tired of sitting around, so trying to find ways to keep myself busy that don't hurt. A couple of days I definitely have overdone it, and I paid for it the next day by being extra sore. So that's really the balancing act I'm dealing with at the moment. So yeah, that's where I'm at. The surgery itself went pretty good. My stay in the hospital was great. I was at Huntington Memorial in Pasadena, California. My surgeon was Dr. Ara Kashishian in Pasadena, and he's excellent, amazing, always there. If I have any even little question, I can email him, I can call. His entire office is very responsive, so if anyone else is considering a revision, or even just a duodenal switch in general, but the revision, he is top notch. And I live in Idaho, but I traveled there for the procedure, and I was there for 2 weeks, and then I came home. Well worth it. So I can't say enough about that. He also does video conferencing, so that was really cool. So I was able to have a consultation with him from here first, which was nice to get to kind of see his face and everything. Let's see, anything else? As far as eating wise, I'm pretty set. For the first, let's see, 3 or 4 days in the hospital, I was on clear liquids just a little bit. And when they released me for the next 3 or 4 days, I stayed on the clear liquids until my first visit follow-up visit with my doctor. On day 8, he said I can go ahead and progress my diet. I know all surgeons do things differently, but the way he did it was he basically said, go at my own pace and treat it as if I would, like a baby that's starting on solid foods. So if any of you are parents out there, basically eat items separately, individually, before you have, it as a whole. So for example, he used an example of, if you wanted to have an omelet, you would start by the first day trying a couple bites of scrambled egg. The next day, maybe adding a little bit of cheese to your egg, and then maybe trying to eat some, deli sliced ham. And if all those things are tolerated by the 3rd or 4th day, you could probably have a very small omelet. Obviously very small with our tiny stomachs. So that's pretty much the guidelines he gave me, and to take it easy, obviously starting out with soft and progressing as needed. And that's what I've been doing. So for the last 2 weeks, I really have haven't really limited myself on what I can try, other than just using common sense. Like I didn't eat any like super hard crunchy foods or anything like that. I've stuck away from carbs just in general because that's what I'd like to do for a diet plan anyway. So really just focused on protein, soft foods, some of the things I've been eating. Obviously scrambled egg is good, Greek yogurt. I got some dried salami and cheddar cheese. This is a really good snack I've found. High protein, high fat. I also have been able to pretty much eat, a little bit of whatever my family has. So, for example, last night we had meatloaf, and I was able to eat a couple bites of meatloaf, and I was good. I get filled up really fast, so I've been really keeping track of the protein. My surgeon's goal for me is for each day post-op, that's the number of grams of protein I need to hit minimum. So today is 21 days, so I need to have a minimum of 21 grams of protein. And if for any reason I can't get that in, I have that nifty feeding tube so that I can add protein supplement to it. And it would not require me actually drinking it or putting it into my stomach. It goes straight to my intestine. I've been pretty lucky. I haven't really had to use it, but I have chosen to use it. So yesterday, for example, I needed a little bit more protein, so I used it to put a little bit of Premier Protein, like about 3 ounces of Premier Protein in there, just to boost up my protein. So yeah, so basically that's what it's, therefore also liquids if you don't get enough. But I've been pretty lucky with that. I have had no nausea, no vomiting. Everything's gone really great so far with the surgery, so I really can't complain. I have zero regrets of doing it. I was sitting here last night thinking, just a few short months ago, I was considering this revision, and things just, as soon as, I don't know, I'm not super religious, but sometimes I think that maybe it was just divine, like this was what was meant to happen, and all the paths just opened up, and it happened quickly, swiftly, and it all went well, so I'm happy. Okay guys, I will try and share another update when I am 4 weeks out.